Hey, welcome. I am so glad you made it to the training, How to Make 5K a Month from Home Without Sacrificing Time with Your Kids. It's going to be so great. I'm so glad you're here. Now, a few things before we dive in. One, I am a mom of four. You're going to hear them in the background, though I'll try to cut it out as much as I can. The second is that this is pre-recorded. However, if you have any questions, any comments, put them in the chat box, put them in the question box. I will see it and I will respond to it. So please don't think that I won't see it. Please ask your questions. I will definitely respond to those emails, okay? All right, so we are going to dive in and just talk about working from home. We're going to change the entire way you think about it, and I'm going to encourage you. I am going to really challenge you, and we're going to lean into this together, and it's going to be so much fun. Are you ready? Great. Okay. Since you're watching this training, take a picture and send me a DM on Instagram. I really want to hear from you. Tag me in your Instagram story if that's better, and tell me how you're going to use this training to work from home. You can just type in 5K Mama and I'll respond. I really want to hear your story and chat with you, support you, give you some community. So don't be afraid to reach out. Now, I want to make sure you're in the right place, okay? This is for you if you are tired of living paycheck to paycheck. Is that you? That was me when I started. This is for you if you have been wishing there's a way to bring in consistent income without having to put your kids in daycare. This is for you if you are interested in working as a virtual assistant, but don't believe you can land consistent clients or high-paying clients, and you don't even know where to find them. I will help you out. So, this is a fast action bonus, okay? It's for action takers only, and this is going to be at the end of this training. This is my Get the Gig, Forget the Stress. You are going to get my brochure template. It's plug and play. You're going to plug in your own information and send it out. You can email it to potential clients. You can physically mail it. It has been my secret weapon. It really just makes you look like you are legitimate, but it makes you just look good to people, just really dreamy and irresistible. That's at least what I found. You are going to have 3 template resumes, again, just plug and play really quick to get your name out there. And that's a hot button topic. Some people don't think you need it, a resume that is, but I am a firm believer in the resumes and the letters of introduction, just all the warm and fuzzies that you can give potential clients. You want to. So this is such a great bonus, but that's going to be at the end. So stick with me, okay? Now, let's have a friendly competition. Who here loves Target? Okay, I know it's a good day when I get to go to Target alone. So let's say that the one and only Joanna Gaines comes to you and says, I want to give you $50,000 tax-free to Target for you to buy whatever you want, but let's make it a friendly competition between you and one other mom. That competition is going to be whoever can make it to $5,000 first, whoever brings that in for their family first, wins. So, first we have Stacy, or as I like to call her, Stuck Stacy, and Stacy immediately buys into a direct sales program. You know what I'm talking about. The kind where you sell makeup to friends and family, but Stacy buys into this program because her kids are barely potty trained, so she can't put them in daycare to take up an office job. She's kind of stuck. So she starts spinning her wheels on social media, texting friends and family to buy products, join the program underneath her, and sadly she gets nowhere and makes very little money and loses lots of time trying to plan these parties. And Stacy sadly is drowning in her tears. And then there's Shay. And Shay does things a little bit differently because Shay's a virtual assistant. And Shay doesn't get to work right away. Instead, she waits till nap time, the golden hour, and she sends out an email campaign to older clients, seeing what they're up to, maybe gain a few new projects. She reaches out to potential new clients with an email campaign. She starts marketing her services using a tried and true method. And within no time at all, she's exceeded that 5K mark. Easy peasy. So here's the thing. You get to choose every day when you wake up, am I going to be a Stacy or am I going to be a Shay? And it's easy to be Stacy, spending more time, which we think will make us more money. And that's not always true. Choosing Shay seems uncomfortable because it's unfamiliar, but that is the route to success. Which will you choose? Well, I'm Madison, and it is so nice to meet you. I am here to help all the Stacys in the world become the Shays so they can stop living paycheck to paycheck and start bringing in consistent income for their families without missing a single one of their kids' milestones. But I want to be honest with you, okay? I used to be Stacy. I dreamed of working from home, providing for my family, and easing the financial burden for my husband, but we couldn't afford to put our kids in daycare, and I couldn't bear to spend time away from them. I tried direct sales jobs. I would sink hundreds, if not thousands of dollars into them, and I never made a penny in return, and it was hard on our family. And I eventually gave in, and I applied for a part-time retail job, working crazy hours, coordinating that time around my husband's job. So I started thinking, making money from home, that's not possible unless you spend your time, doing direct sales or surveys. But I was determined, and I knew there had to be a way, just like you are. I started researching tirelessly for something that I could make good money doing and do from home on my own time. And that's when I stumbled across virtual assisting, and it was the answer I was looking for. And I think it's the answer you're looking for too. I wasn't sure where to begin though. Right after I dove in, I started landing some clients, things started to slowly build. And I eventually made up the 0 to 5K work from home method. And it's not only worked for me, but it's helped other moms go from being Stacy to Shay. And I was able to quit my job and retire my husband and finally bring in consistent income on my own schedule. I did it. And you can too. You're going to. However, you might be familiar with this. I was making 3 big mistakes that led me to getting that retail job. And you might be experiencing these too. And you know what? If you are, don't feel bad, because guess what? My students inside the Virtual Assistant Business Launch have too, and they're now thriving. But I do want to go over these mistakes and how to fix them, and then dive into the 3-part method, okay? So, mistake number 1, working odd hours and holidays at a retail job. So I think we all know that as a mom, when we work away from home, you do not go from home to work, right? No, the commute, if you will, no matter how long or short, it's not going to be from point A to point B, excuse me. There are many steps in between. So first, you need to make some calls. You need to start coordinating who's going to watch your kids while you're gone. Is it going to be your husband, your mother-in-law, neighbor, babysitter? And that mom guilt sets in because you're gone for work. You wonder what they're doing. Are they getting enough to eat? Are they going to bed on time? What's their screen time like? It's exhausting. Plus, it's a job away from home, and especially if it's a retail job, you have absolutely no control over when you work. And I missed my daughter's first Easter working a retail job, and I do not want that for you. So this belief is that the only way to make consistent income is a retail job. But that's an old belief. That is an old mindset. And especially with this work from home revolution going on with the virus, working from home and making good money is now more attainable than ever. It's a totally old belief that you can't. That's just fed to us around the holiday dinner table. You can do it. So, mistake number 2. I was wasting time and money on surveys and jumping from one direct sales fad to the next. I know some of you might have done surveys. They get you nowhere, right? Because they take like 30 minutes and you get $1.10. They're awful. Or you buy into direct sales, like selling makeup, selling kids books, leggings, health food products, and it's a nightmare. I call those money flushers and time suckers, because surveys take up a lot of time, and buying into direct sales takes a lot of money because it costs like $200 or sometimes more just to like get it going. So anyways, Amazon Dropship. I don't know how many of you have heard of Amazon Dropship, but that costs a lot of money to get going. But anyway, so we're going to take a look at this sweet little visual I got for you. So first, we got surveys, and they're not going to take up tons of time, but you're also not going to make a lot of money. You're going to be making no money. So no time, no money. And then below that is direct sales. That's going to take a lot of time. It may not cost thousands of dollars. You might be smarter with your money than me. Probably are. That's going to take a lot of time, though. You got to plan parties. You need to just bust your booty on social media, and no one's paying you for it. So over here, we got Dropship Amazon. Now, that's not going to take a lot of time to get up and going, but you have to put a lot of money into getting that product. And then there's virtual assisting. It's a little sweet spot right there where you get paid exactly what you put into it and you have total control. You can make really good money, you guys. Okay. So this belief is that the only way to make money from home is direct sales or surveys, and that's completely false. Especially now, after the pandemic, like I said, it's not out of the ordinary to hire outside of the company, to hire an assistant, to work from home. That's so normalized now. So mistake number 3, I had waited to start my own business longer than I should have because I wasn't an expert. I don't know if that's familiar to you or not. But I want to take a look at my friend here, and I'm going to call her Sheila. And Sheila is not an expert in anything per se. Similar to me, I don't have a degree, but I do have a great career as a virtual assistant. So my point is, you don't have to have a huge solid background. You just have to have the willingness to save someone time. So anyway, let's look at Sheila here. She's not an expert in anything per se, but she has so many skills that she can offer and so much to bring to the table. For example, she is great on social media sites and is very comfortable with scheduling, writing, and posting content to these sites. She knows she could easily learn about social media management and take over someone's social media accounts. She's organized. She can multitask. She's great communication, and she knows how to speak professionally and respectfully. That's kind of a big thing. She personally is artistic, and she likes to write and read, so maybe she could offer content creation. And all those things make Sheila a total money magnet, okay? Okay, so we have this belief that clients would be coming to me for advice or assistance, and I would need to have all the answers. And that's absolutely not true. And, it feels wonderful to be able to answer 100% of your clients' questions, but sometimes all your client wants is your time and know that you care for their needs and the willingness to go research their questions. You don't have to have all of the answers right up front. And frankly, even experts, they don't always have the answers. So it's okay that you don't feel like one. Okay, wow, we just covered a lot. And before we go on to the big reveal of what makes up the 3 parts of the 0 to 5K work from home method, do you believe that you can create consistent income from home without sacrificing time with your kids? I believe that you can, and I think you will too. So here it is. This is what we've been talking about, the 0 to 5K work from home method. And this is it. And if you are looking at it and you're thinking, this is it, you are right. These are the 3 steps that you need to have nailed down to work from home successfully. And I want to teach you how to do it, okay? Let's dive in. So first things first, we need to find our clients. So let's face it, having clients is like oxygen to your virtual assistant business. And in order to have clients, you need to know where to find them. And if you don't know where to find them, you start spinning your wheels in a time sucker zone. And the 0 to 5K work from home method is going to help you get out of that zone, okay? We don't want to waste time. And how will we do that? Well, you need to know where your clients are. So I'm going to give you a little hint. It's a virtual business, so you would want to put most of your energy into finding them online. Now, in order to know this, you'll want to know who your clients are so you know where they are online and where to look. So, for example, if you would like to work for a powerful female CEO, you might want to look somewhere like LinkedIn. But maybe you aren't even sure who you should be looking for, because sometimes people don't even know, who would be wanting a virtual assistant. I get that a lot. So here's a list of who you can look for. Again, LinkedIn, huge, huge tool. CEOs, authors, small business owners, news anchors, all of those people would want a virtual assistant and might very well be looking for one that you could reach out to on social media. I found some on Instagram. LinkedIn's been my main one. Facebook, just get your name out there online. It's a huge tool and people are looking. Okay, so now you want to know what your clients want. And what they want are services that are going to save them time. That's what they're looking for. They're looking to delegate. So finding and attracting the right clients for you is a key step towards becoming a virtual assistant and creating the life that you want. Okay, so meet Danielle. Danielle says that with Madison's help using her 0 to 5K work from home method, I was able to leave my full-time retail job. I now work from home making consistent income, and I never have to miss a moment with my son. Guys, this is real. This is helping people, and it is powerful. It more than worked for Danielle, and she is working on her own time, staying home and bringing in consistent income to help support her family. And could that be you? Yes, it could be you. Absolutely. Okay, step 2 is land your clients. So now that you've found your potential clients, we've got that list of people who might be interested. You've reached out, you have your client intake meeting all set up, and just how do you land those clients? First, you start by tailoring your marketing to them. You're going to do that in the finding your clients stage, but I can guarantee you that if you know exactly who you're marketing to, that the client intake meeting is going to be a total no-brainer for them. And by identifying your ideal client and establishing your presence online, so social media, your website, that kind of thing, you and your services will be a complete magnet to potential clients, an absolute magnet. Next, offer solutions to your client. And you can do that because the services you offer are the solutions. The tasks that they can delegate to you, social media management, email management, like their inbox, scheduling, things that are going to save them time. The key is saving time. So a way that you can do this too is by speaking their language, by knowing the products and software that they're already using. So they're going to be in this meeting, they're going to say, hey, do you know about WordPress? Do you know about social media schedulers? You're going to know all that, and that's huge. And this software looks like what I said: scheduling apps, accounting software, transcription apps, funnels, email list software. So all that kind of thing. And let's meet Kaiten. When I moved to a city, I needed some additional income while I was trying to get my photography business up and running. I was unable to work outside of the house since we have 2 kids, but the 0 to 5K method helped me find great virtual assistant jobs to supplement my photography. I love hearing that. I love hearing women be able to stay at home with their kids and work and provide. Oh, it just gives me chills. Okay, step 3, the most important third step, get paid. So you've landed your client, you have done the work, now what? You need to bill your clients effectively, and we need to have the task of paying you, having your clients pay you, be the easiest thing on their to-do list, right? And you need to treat your virtual assistant business like a business. And that means having a clear record-keeping method and billing your clients appropriately. That way you can stay paid. And when you stay paid, you can scale your business, you can hire employees, you can make an entire firm and make a lot of money. And you get happy clients just like these. So if you walk away from this webinar, I want you to know one thing. It is possible to bring in consistent income working from home without sacrificing time with your kids. The big question now is, how can we apply this framework to your life? You get to wake up every day and you can be a Stacy or you can be a Shay. Stop wishing you could make consistent income for you and your family and start doing it. It's time for you to follow a framework that takes the guessing out of finding clients in remote gigs. Virtual Assistant Business Launch is officially open for enrollment, and I am so excited to give you a solution that is step-by-step and proven to work over and over and over again, not just for me, but for other mothers and women who are longing to stay at home and work and stay with their children. Okay, so I've got 2 programs for you. One is the Virtual Assistant Business Launch, and that is the full course. And the other is the Virtual Assistant Business Launch Jumpstart, which is like a mini program, and we'll talk about that later. Let me move myself. That says government contracts. That's something that you get in the Virtual Assistant Business Launch course. Okay, I'm going to walk you through these 2 amazing programs that you get to choose from. But first, I'm going to give you a bird's eye view of what exactly you get in the Virtual Assistant Business Launch program, the full course. first is the 0 to 5K work from home method. So let's look at that. The 0 to 5K work from home method builds your profitable business and develops a consistent client base. You get a plug and go 12-month financial plan that you can not only use for your business, but for your clients as well. You will never guess where to find clients. You will never guess how to nail that consultation. You get exclusive scripts, downloadable content, and all the information you need to start your own VA business. You get extras and community. And what that means is you get the 7-day Jumpstart Your Business playbook. And that is laid out for you step by step. It's a guide on how to get your business up and running in 7 days. And if you have the playbook, the ebook, it's more in depth. You get a bookkeeping 101 and government contracts. And this is how to scale your business with expert advice from an actual accountant, not from me. And we learn about untapped industries and opportunities. That would be the government contracts. Most people don't realize that you can get government work as a virtual assistant, but you can. And it's just untapped. Most people don't know about it, but now you do. You also get access to a private Facebook group where my team and myself are able to give you support and strategy and friendship. And we cannot forget that fast action bonus, okay? That is the Get the Gig for Get the Stress, my complete template pack. You get the brochure, plug and play resumes that you can tailor to the job, 3 letters of introduction. And I know you may be thinking that you don't need a brochure. We talked about that in the beginning, but mailing out a brochure, physical or email, it's such a secret weapon. It gives those potential clients the warm and fuzzies about your qualifications that you just want to have on your side. So listen, this entire course is valued over $3,000. But you can get started today for $167. Now, I know that like right now, you may need an easier option to pay for all this. And that's why I created these monthly options where you can get started for just $167. And that price is completely doable, right? $167 to literally be given the steps, the keys to the kingdom to starting a successful business working from home, bringing in consistent income for your family on your own time. Now, if this $167 price, that's still too high, I have another option for you. The Virtual Assistant Business Launch Jumpstart is a mini course and it's jam-packed with great information. You get the template pack that I talked about, Get the Gig, Forget the Stress. You get that. You get the Facebook group. You get scripts and downloads. And those scripts are my scripts that I use to cold email people, which sounds scary. It's not. And things like emails, if there's a missing payment, things like that. It just takes all the stress and thought out for you because I've already done it. And it's so much easier. And that is all for a one-time payment of $37. And you're only going to get that $37 price from this free training. So if you wanted to do Virtual Assistant Business Launch, the full course, and you paid $167 today, right now, how long would that take you to earn back? So let's think about it. If you're charging $30 an hour as a virtual assistant, which is completely reasonable, I personally bill $35 an hour. So if you're charging $30 an hour, it would take you less than 6 hours to pay that off. Only 6. That's less than a full-time day. Easy peasy. And I know you're smart and you're unwavering in your desire to work from home and bring in this income for your family. I know this because you're still with me. So the question isn't whether you will make your money back, it's how many times you will be able to do it as a virtual assistant. Remember Danielle? She's no longer missing another one of her son's milestones. Or Kaiten, who was able to start an awesome side gig to supplement income for her photography business and stay at home with her kids. So here is the link to the Virtual Assistant Business Launch. You can type that in or you can just click the link in the offer, and super easy. So we made it to the timer, and that is going to count down to when you no longer have access to the template pack and you no longer have access to the $37 fast action bonus, okay? So it's going to go away when it runs out, but I'm here to answer a few frequently asked questions. And I've got a few written out, and please feel free to type in the chat, in the question box. I will see them and I will respond. And that being said, if you have some questions that aren't answered, I will still honor these prices if there's a question that's keeping you from ordering. If you just need something answered from me, I am happy to honor this later on. But let's get into the questions, okay? So a question that I get asked a lot is, what is a virtual assistant? And a virtual assistant is really just a personal assistant, but entirely remote. And it can kind of be whatever your clients need you to be. So a question that I get asked a lot is about the refund policy. Because you receive all of the downloadable content immediately upon purchase, we do not offer refunds. However, if you are struggling to reach your goals as a virtual assistant, do not hesitate to reach out to us. That is what we are there for, and we are here to offer you the support that you need. And we are committed to each and every one of our students becoming a raging success, and we cannot wait to shout about your success from the Redding, California rooftops, okay? Another question that I get a lot is, how long did it take me to make $5,000 a month? I started my business. I officially started and, had my online, not store, but my website and my LinkedIn. And about a week after I opened, I had my first $35 an hour client. And from there, it just kept building. I would say that I was making consistent 5K months in 3 months. Okay, guys, we are running down the timer. Time is running out for you to get Virtual Assistant Business Launch Jumpstart for just $37 with the Fast Action bonus, or get the entire course starting at just $167 a month. This is the time to jump in. You are not going to receive this content at any other time. So just take the leap. You are going to be so happy you did. There's going to be so much support and love around you and building your business and making you the success that we all know that you can be. Earning that money, bringing in that income. We are here for you. If you have any questions, stick them in the chat box, stick them in the question box. I will get back to you, and I'm sure you're going to see me in your inbox soon. And I am so glad you made it. Have a great day, you guys.